All right, cool. I'm recording. Well, I'm doing this because I am getting ready to move out of this place. It's December the 3rd, 2021. And I document these things because I look back on them and see exactly like how far God has allowed me to accomplish, the successes I've had, even learning from the failures and poor decisions, all that things, what to capitalize on moving forward. So I'm doing the last little final peak, I guess, of where God has brought me from. I was just at the Abbey, which is an apartment complex on Thistle Drive. I was over there from like 2019 up until 2020. And then God told me it's time to upgrade. So he was pushing me, came to this place June of 2020. And when I tell you the blessings and the doors that God opened just within last year in the midst of a pandemic, when people were out of a jobs, didn't know exactly what they were going to do. Man, God just stacked on upon stacked upon stack of blessings, man, and I'm just eternally grateful. So, I'm finna give you a little peek. So this right here is my kids' room that I had. It was a 2-bedroom apartment. And then also too, I'm doing this for insurance claims and purposes. That way, just in case these fools up here try to say otherwise, I have receipts. But anyway, back to being, this is the kids' room that I had them in. And this is their closet, the space that they shared. And now God is blessing me to where I can get a 3-bedroom, bigger square footage, and the rent is not that much more than what I'm paying now. Maybe $150 more. So it's actually not bad for a 3-bedroom, especially moving to Houston. So this room here, man, this was my prayer room up in here. I come in here and go to the throne of grace like it's nobody's business. And I would feel the presence of God. He's shared secrets with me in this room. Certain decisions that I needed to make, certain things that I didn't need to do that I wanted to do. He met me here so many times. So like I said, I'm documenting this, recording, because these are sentimental times and things like that. Like I said, to insurance purposes, just in case these fools get out of line and try to say I didn't do something or something was damaged, I got receipts. But anyway, this is the bathroom. I ain't gonna lie, this towel is like dope. I ain't gonna lie, they remodeled up in here and it looks dope. All that good stuff. This right here, living, dining area, had the patio going. You see that up here, what you're looking at, I had my wall of accomplishments. Man, I had got licensed in like 6 states, got 2 more licenses, pharmacy tech license. Like when I tell you 2020, even going into 2021 was a season for me. I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, it was a season of accomplishments. And now, using those things, God is getting ready to take me to a different plateau. And I'm excited about it. So this is my kitchen. It's a dope little kitchen. I cooked a lot of good stuff in here. I really perfected my cooking. I'm proud of myself, man. I really perfected my cooking. I did my thing up in here. It wasn't always I can cook like that. And it's like when I just got in here, I don't know what it is, something took over me. And your boy start burning. You understand me? Like I started really burning. This is where I had my TV. This part right here also had accomplishments to where, I hit like a certain number of sales in a certain time frame. Man, that was God for real. This is my bedroom, the master bedroom. Man, I remember when I first moved in here. That's my closet. Now, I know they still got stuff in there, but it ain't that much stuff. The maintenance people can get that and put it to the trash pile because this is receipts. Now you working with me. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, anyway, this is the bathroom. I had like some sayings up on the mirror. The towel again, real nice. They had it real laid out up in here. But like I said, this is just, man, the end of a season. And this is definitely a shift. God had already shared with me not too long ago that I kept asking him, like, Lord, what you doing in this season, just in general? And he kept saying shift, like there's a change, but this is like a major change because, he also shared with me that this is a season of movement. Because a lot of people have been in a particular season for a long time. Some of those times has been because of us not wanting to move, not wanting to grow. And then other things has just been because it was just the timing that we needed to be in there. So he kept saying, now this is a season of movement. Everybody is going to be transitioning. That means if you're on a job that you had got attached to for so long and God kept pulling you to move and you still there, then this is that time that he's detaching and attaching to something in a greater quantity for your destiny. So, and that is exactly what he's doing. So this is, like I said, this is the end of an era. There's a lot of memories, but at the same time, I'm recording this because this ends the end of a 13-year journey for me. Because not only am I moving out of this apartment, but I'm moving out of the city. I'm reflect when I first moved to Tyler. I've always been in Tyler, in and out, summers, Christmases, because my dad has lived up here for at least over 30 something years. So I've always, called this kind of like second home in a way, because my dad is here. But this ends the time frame of a 13-year mark. From moving up here, getting married, having children, losing a child, getting remarried, having to go through so much ridicule, persecution, testing, trials. Honestly, man, it's like the children of Israel. And now it's a transition going into the promised land to get the milk and honey that was promised to Moses. But now this is Joshua going and taking it by force. So that's one of the reasons, because I really wasn't going to do this. This is not on my mind to even do this whenever I got off of work. I just wanted to come here, pack, get the last little bit of my stuff and get out of here so I can turn these keys into these people and also get receipts. That there you go. You right with me. But anyway, make sure that, ain't nothing wrong with the walls and all the carpets and everything is it ain't all that, but they can clean that because they normally replace the carpets anyway, especially because due to COVID. So they have to do this stuff. But so I ain't even tripping. But yeah, this was a huge learning experience for me. I've learned people. I got into a place of having discernment. I've even managed to know there are times where God will put you in a situation to where, are you going to listen to man or are you going to listen to him? Because sometimes people can, even though they mean well, and then let's be honest, some people don't mean well. They'll use things to try to manipulate you to keep you stuck. And that's just being real. And you have to know that God is the ultimate supreme. So what he says go, that's over anybody. I don't care who it is. You are due to God and owed your servitude to God. That's not saying don't listen to people, don't listen to leaders, stuff like that. That's not saying God don't use instruments and men and women of God to speak. He does. He does it through me. He does it through countless and millions of different people. He do. But at the end of the day, you also have to take into consideration that if you have to have a personal relationship with the Lord, that means you may not always be able to count on and call everybody for guidance, counseling, wisdom, insight. You have to know, okay, Lord, what are you saying right now? What are you telling me? What are you in my ear about? What's the next step? What's my next direction? Even with decision making, that's some of the things I had to learn as far as knowing when to move and when to stay still. Sometimes God will have you in, okay, be still, know that I am God. When he says that, he's telling you, okay, sit tight, don't make any sudden movements because I'm working some things out that you cannot see right now. But once you get to the other side of it, then you'll understand why I had you to be still and don't move. But then one of the things that I had to learn is when God tell you to move, don't procrastinate, move. Because God, I'm learning that there's a time where you come in a period to where you come to a Kairos moment. That's pretty much a divine appointment of when God has an opportunity open for you to walk through, because it's going to transition you into either the next stage of your life to where you get healing, deliverance, breakthrough, whatever it is the Lord is have in store for you, or whatever it is you've been praying about and you know you need. That Kairos moment is a divine timing, a divine opportunity that God is going to do something and move. So when the Lord says move, he gives you a certain amount of favor in the next thing that you're supposed to do. The longer you wait, it's not saying God gonna take the favor away, but the longer you wait is the less favor you have in the time frame that you're supposed to be in. So it's like, for instance, I can't really do it with my hands, but say, for instance, in the next place, God tell you, hey, move because I have something there for you or great for you. You'll have this much favor. It really represents a lot, but like I said, bear with me because I got to hold this phone. I ain't got no stand, but you really have this much favor in this area. Now, the longer you wait and procrastinate to move, then the favor gets limited and limited and limited. And by the time you get to move, you have that much favor in the little time frame that you were supposed to have. Now, you done missed out on multiple opportunities because you were supposed to have that much favor because that's what he orchestrated for you to move. But now you limited your own self because you stayed stuck. So that's why I said this is a season of movement. God is moving things. He's putting pieces. Ooh, it's like chess. God is playing a game of chess right now. And he's moving certain pieces out of the way to be able to yell checkmate. And what that means is he's strategically, because chess is a game of strategy. You can't just sit up there and, move any kind of way. It's strategy. So God is playing chess right now, and he's moving pieces to where you'll get exactly where you're supposed to be in to get crowned of favor. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't know why I went there. I really don't even know why I went there, but like I said, I really don't care. This is my channel, and this is what I'm going to do in my outlet. So this is just marking, like I said, the end of a 13-year run. Like I said, I went through a divorce. And one of the things you gotta, I've come to find out in that is if you ever want to know the intent of people, go through the worst season of your life. And whenever you are going through the hardest time, you monitor and examine, okay, who is this? What is this person's intentions? And a lot of times trauma and traumatic experiences will really bring out the true intentions of people around you. You got to pay attention. You'll really see people's true colors whenever something real big jet off. And don't take it personal because that's just who they are. They just being people. You just now know how you have to deal with those people moving forward. They don't have the same access to you as they once did. They gonna call it, oh, well, you just holding a grudge. You operating in unforgiveness. No, Negro, I'm setting boundaries. And because you have a level of toxicity that is not conducive from where I'm going, I'm going to keep you in that time frame. I'm still going to pray for you and hope God bring you out. But we ain't finna be just hanging together like that, because that's how negative soul ties get formed, because you're hanging around toxic people and the wrong folk. So you need to detach yourself from wrong people, and maybe the blessings of God will flow that you've been praying for the longest. I'm telling you, association brings about stimulation. So you have to be very mindful about that. But I thank God for it all. I don't, the good and the bad, the ugly, the disappointments, the hangups, the setbacks, all of that stuff. And a lot of times what I understood, I'm learning and understanding too. You need the bad along with the good as well too. I'm starting to see that. That's like a battery. You need the positive and the negative in order to get power. So sometimes whenever God is positioning you in a position of power or putting you in a position of power, everything ain't gonna always be good because it's not supposed to. You need the negative to go along with the positive, because it's going to catapult you and jumpstart you into where you're supposed to go. See, negative and positive produces movement. Everything can't be all good. Everything can't be all bad. It may seem like that, but you can't do that because it produces movement. So anytime God wants to move you, you're going to get the good and the bad, the good and the bad and the ugly. But don't, as much as it hurts and is disappointing, do not, don't despise it. Don't despise it because it's something that God is trying to bring out of you. It's something that he's trying to get you to understand. And a lot of times God will take you through hell because he's trying to toughen you up. Because the next level, you can't go into the next part of your life being soft. You can't go into the next part of your life being a coward and being fearful. You got to go in guns blazing, strong, know when to be polite, knowing how to have manners when it's time to. And if you got to be ignorant on a nigga, you got to learn how to be that too. You got to have both. You need to be a dual person, not two-faced like there's a lot of people that I know. You have to be a dual individual. You have to know when to meet and greet and be sociable. And you got to know when to pull back, retract, and be like, no, stay over there, nigga, because I don't want you by me. But anyway, like I said, as I come to a close, this is not a sermon, and no, I'm not preaching. Like I said, this is just ends a chapter of a 13-year period, and I'm looking to embark on the next chapter in the next part of my life. I know there's a lot of great things in store. I'm sure of it. God showed it to me, and he has told me. So whenever God speaks something, he will definitely watch over his word to perform it. He's not a God that he shall lie, neither the son of man that shall repent. So I know that this next part is going to be so much greater than what I came through. And then even embarking on it with a new, beautiful wife. I love her dearly. She's definitely the person that I'm supposed to be with. I caught a lot of slack for that. People thinking, oh, well, that ain't who you're supposed to be with. Mind your business, because you don't know the conversations that me and the Lord had in the privacy of our own time. I actually spend time with the Lord. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, God is dope. God he's truly dope. Even through all my flaws and negativity, he's still been good to me when I didn't want to be good to myself. So I'm grateful for it. But yeah, let me end this, man. This is truly a blessing. I'm looking forward to moving. I got 2 weeks left. I got to tell everybody my goodbyes and deuces, and I'll catch you on the flip side and all the other good stuff. But I'm ready to meet new people, make new godly connections, not wrong ones. Stay away from them wrong people, because they'll sit up there and dress like they all right, but inwardly they being fake. You got to watch and have discernment for them folks. Because one of the things I heard somebody say, I don't know who said it. I heard it because I would love to give that person they just do because they thought of it and not me. But one of the things I learned is whenever God want to elevate you and push you to the next part of your life, he'll put somebody in your life. Anytime the devil wants to destroy you and distract you, he'll put somebody in your life. So marinate on that a little bit. You'd be surprised that the people you think is really supporting you, they be the fakest ones. Oh yeah, it's all good, I'm praying for you. No, they praying against you. Stop. Don't be fooled and don't be tricked. All these people that sit up here manipulating and saying it's God and some of this stuff ain't God, they really lying, it's flesh. Now some of it is, some of it ain't, but it is what it is though. So man, I'm grateful. Like I said, this is everything. And also receipts. I keep telling you, receipts. Just in case if I need to show this video, they done got a word and they done got set up there and